Hello, and once again we're back with What Remains of Edith Finch. I am Beyond Ukiah, and this is amazing so far. Closed book. We just finished Molly's segment. I wonder if that actually marks it. Yes, it does. Sweet. There's Edith there. So cool. If you guys haven't noticed, I have upped the volume of the game because I noticed that upon checking out the recording, I'll be with you in a second. Upon checking out the recording, I noticed that the vocal volume, voices, was a little bit too lowered. So I upped it up. Hopefully it's good enough now, but we'll find out. It's trial and error, obviously. Anyway, there's a cat here. Is that the spirit of Molly?
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Okay, it wasn't joined up together.
Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Interesting. I wonder why.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Is this Grandma Edie's store? Oh, she had birds. And a lizard. We had one of those birds. Lived for a very long time as well. 10 years, yeah, just about. Quite a long age for such a small creature. An owl. Zerpy. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Rob the lizard. Lurpy. Purpley. Zerpy and Furpy.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
I'm guessing that's what you're wearing now. Alright, remember, don't touch the diary.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
All the handprints.
Her room was like a museum.
I won't touch that yet. I don't know what that is. Pill boxes. Whole man beneath mole man. Not whole man. Beneath Finch house.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Are you kidding me? My cat is being annoying.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a
Hang on, 2 seconds.
long time.
I could edit that out, but I cannot be bothered. You can enjoy that. Living with a cat. Edith Jr. Lake Trip. My friend Bigfoot. I wonder how many movies she did.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
So, yeah, this place is on an island. Built in 1937, Sven Finch.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Why? When the former sounds better. Sven.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
In what regards? Oh my... Is that Shag Rug?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
It's fur rug. Shag carpet. That is amazing.
It was a pretty big trace.
Wait, don't want to unlock that. Don't want to unlock that. Don't want to read that. Don't want to read that. No. Can I escape from that? Don't want to read.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Ooh. Don't go in there yet. No, don't go in there yet. Okay, good, we can go back. Sorry to do this to you, Edith, but I want to explore. And I can't exactly explore if you're going to progress the storyline further. So what was this then? Oh.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Wow.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Sweet.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
The mysteries of death and thereafter, Odin Finch. So Odin was a writer, joining the great majority. Explains all the books. Let's go to a secret bathroom.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
So let's just got a dark room in here. Calvin Finch. Milton's. That's a swing. Be gone. Couple turns land into a native haven. Where are we? Fort Calvin. Calvin's room. Calvin Finch. So that was that rope that I was seeing. Fort Sam Brothers. That's right. Okay, did he just jump into bed like that? There's nothing I can check out? Nothing?
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Goodbye words. So long. What the? What? Oh, I'm going. Okay. What in the world is this place? Spencer Mansion, eat your heart out. Can I climb up here? To command center. Let's go to command center.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom, and he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again, and he wasn't.
Oh, this
I
is
think Calvin
giving me some weird
always
vertigo here.
wanted to fly.
And I even have VR on.
Mom! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
Oh,
But that day, he
no.
finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, going around.
Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Uh-oh. This is why the string's broken, isn't it?
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh, this
I
is so
think
hard
he'd
to
already
watch.
made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh my god.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Whoa, okay.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Oh, that gave me some weird vertigo there.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
And I'm just gonna casually break into it. That's,
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
way to forget, I guess.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
That leads back. We don't really need to go in there, so... Oh.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Well, she was pretty proud of it. Or obsessed. I know I don't want to go back in there. Or obsessed, one of the two. Give me back up. Did she only star in one film? A doll of her, lunchbox, awards. Fan mail, mask.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Oh yeah. She worked in a diner. She reached the top and then she fell. I hate to think how old whatever that is. Dreadful stories. Guest starring Barbara
Of all the
Finch.
stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper, anyone?
As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that.
You're
Why
right.
is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
A clue.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Am I supposed to reach for the music box? Yeah, okay.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Well, if the key's there, then obviously he didn't take the key unless he put it back. This is so bizarre.
She found
Also,
Rick's crutch
Halloween
and
music?
imagined the worst.
This is way more fun than it should be. Can you just casually play pool? Fuck all these balls. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. What was that? Box!
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Oh no! That's a very scary face.
Old fridge rattled and grew still.
I'll bap you. I'm good at bapping, you know.
Oh
Oh.
Rick?
I knew it was him, but I just
Barb,
wanted to hit him.
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
dear! Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up.
I wonder what would happen if I didn't hit him.
Dead, Walter.
I just casually break stuff of mine. I want that chair. Ah! Skeleton! Spooky! Kill it! Oh no. Rollerblade.
Walter, are you there? Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Was he? Was he quite smashing?
He was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
I'm just making guesses here.
She played her part beautifully.
Molly's room had the,
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Oh, okay, we won't do that then.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
Haha! Have it you, rapscallion.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
There's the stairs. Time to finish him off. With a good bap in the face. Bap to the face. He's gone.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What a fantastic nod to Tales from the Crypt Keeper. I am so
Edie
glad
told
they
me all
did that.
Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Sure, in a bizarre way, if you can call being eaten by monsters a happy. Close the book! Thank you. And also, that key thing. That's how we get into the basement. Was it the basement that we get into? I think it was, yeah.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
And now we're gonna play with the music box. So, why is this house doing bizarre around the twist things? Where was the music box? Is it just me or did it get darker?
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
How many times you gotta turn it to do that? So now we're in the basement.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Yeah, dragon.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
For what, I wonder?
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that. I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Some sort of bunker.
If there's a pattern in all these stories,
This is prepping for an apocalypse.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Then again, this house was built pre-World War, so I can imagine they would have had a bunker. But just in cases.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Wow.
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Almost.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave. Well, I still can.
I'm not gonna go through the no, I can't go through that way. 30 years being in this place, doing the same thing every single day. How could you not go insane from that? I mean, sure, he's got books to read, but no socializing, and that's a huge part of us humans, is to socialize.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly
So he's
and
connecting those
Calvin.
deaths together.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Wow. That
Walter died when I was 6.
fucking sucks.
I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Why?
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
He even had a fake window.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
That's his trash pile.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Let's be
Now that
careful of
there's
the
only
train.
one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
It's funny because he liked trains and he got killed by a train. I wonder how long that train was demolished for. Those tracks.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
There's a lot at the island. I mean, at the other island.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of.
I don't know, they say knowledge is power, but in terms of eldritch abominations...
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
knowledge can be very dangerous.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Those things must run on batteries because the power's off.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it.
The broken swing wrapped around. They left it there. Is there nothing over here? No.
What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Really? That's how they built the house?
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Say you're in a frog, a pet frog shadow. Shadow Shotzi.
Sven built the house, but it was Edith who designed the cemetery.
Molly Finch. And there's a cat. Calvin Finch. Who wanted to fly. Sven Finch, the builder. Edie Finch. Walter Finch. That's that statue, isn't it? It's so weird. Barbara Finch. The star.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
And what a monument.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Is this the old
Edie
house?
said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Still there.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
I didn't realize I went on a new path.
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Yeah. You're either crazy girl or you have you're pretty brave. One of the two.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Alright, before we continue this, I'm going to have to end it here. This is a wild ride so far. With so many different variations to tell a story, and I'm really enjoying it. And I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But until next time, goodbye.